everyone, it's Amy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and I am super excited. My review box came right in the nick of time, so this is going to be like the most last minute video that I have ever put together because the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets come out tomorrow. It just got here and we are burning daylight. It is 6 p.m. So I ended up getting the 2023 Power Sheets. I went back and forth about whether or not I was going to review this and try to use it for 2023 or not, and I decided to go ahead and get it and try to use it this year. I have talked about it on my channel lots of times. I love the concept behind the Cultivate What Matters. I love the prep pages, but I found in practice that the monthly pages just did not work for me. It just didn't sync well with my brain, and it was also just like everything on one page, and I just didn't like that as much. As I discovered, I liked the Moxie Life weekly action pages much better, and I don't know, I jived with that really well, but I really want to give the Power Sheets an honest go for 2023 because I feel like it has a lot of potential, and I know that it works for people. I just really need to go and dive into it. That's why I ended up ordering this. So I did order actually the neutral planner this year. I will talk about it and walk through everything step by step. I also got a few accessories to talk about as well, but I just wanted to sit down and talk just a little bit, just a smidge about some of the controversies going on right now. And now I know Cultivate What Matters was a Christian-based company to begin with. I ended up getting the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets for 2022, and I knew going into that they were a very heavily Christian-based company. Most of their items are Christian-based items. This one happens to be a non-Christian-based thing. I don't know that it mentioned anything religious in it, but you make your own categories in this one, so you can really make it what you will. And I'm just not a very religious person. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious, like organized religion. And I see that this would work perfectly either way. If you're a religious-based person, you could definitely use this. If you're a non-religious person, you could definitely use this. And I didn't find it exclusive to just Christians. I find that once they sold the company, people were really scrutinizing them because Our Daily Grace, the new company behind Power Sheets and Cultivate What Matters, the new company is very, very heavily Christian-based, although Cultivate What Matters was already run very Christian-like as well. So people were looking into it and trying to decide whether or not they're going to support this company moving forward. They want to know what the values are of the company. And I totally understand that. I see both sides of it where it's like, you know, the people behind the company should be like having your same beliefs and align with your beliefs. In an ideal world, all companies would have great beliefs and everybody would line up and everybody would be tolerant of everybody, but that's just not the case. Like, everybody's gonna have varying views and beliefs, and some of them are not gonna be as happy-go-lucky as other people's, and I can definitely see where a company's top people, their personal beliefs are their personal beliefs, and they may trickle down into the company, and I don't really know. I don't have any definitive proof what the company leaders, because the company leaders have been very quiet over their stance on LGBTQ+, they've just been really not saying anything about it, and I feel like they are in this catch-22 to where, you know, they're very heavily Christian-based. You know what the conservative Christian values say about certain things, and those may not be the things that those leaders of the company believe, but they also don't want to ostracize their Christian base. They also don't want to ostracize other people by saying, yes, we believe all these Christian-based values, that some of them are not very tolerant and like pro-ally, but they are in a catch-22. So whether or not they believe one way or the other, they're going to get some pushback on either side of the spectrum. And I see where they are being quiet about it. I understand that from a business aspect because they do not want to ostracize people. And that's the part where I just have trouble boycotting them outright because I see whether or not they hold those beliefs. I don't see them as a company saying, we are anti-anything. I don't see them doing that. So until I have some definitive proof whether or not they're anti-anything, I'm going to just go with what I think is going to work for me and what I think is a good product. So far, I think this is a good product for 2022. I have heard rumblings that the 2023s have some differences that people haven't necessarily liked from the affiliate review crew. There have been some things that people have already pointed out that they're not super happy about, but when the company got sold, they said that the Power Sheets was not changing. It wasn't going to become an all Christian-based product, which I think is valuable. It is something for anybody who wants to just goal set. I found as a person that is not very organized religion that it was perfectly fine for me. I didn't find it exclusive or off-putting in any way. I found it just to be a planner, and that's what I want. In my power sheets, in my goal setting, in any of my planning stuff, I don't want them trying to tell me what my values are. I found this to be like, you find your own values and you go through the prep pages and it's very personal and I like it. So I think moving forward, I'm going to continue to support companies that I feel like they put out good products, good planners. I'm going to try to support them and not try to overanalyze every belief or possible thing about every company. And I know to some people it's really important to only support companies that have XYZ values, and I understand that. That's a personal choice for them. And I also understand not scrutinizing every money decision that you make. Like, I just feel like for myself personally, I just don't care that much to investigate every single person who's in every single company. And even if the leaders believe one thing, that doesn't mean the employees believe that. And it's just, there's so many levels to everything. And I would drive myself crazy personally analyzing all of that stuff. So I'm just gonna go with what products I like and what products bring me joy. And if it's something especially heinous that they come out with and say some sort of anti-statement, I will definitely be on the trend of getting rid of my power sheets. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys that spiel because I know it's something that became a pretty hot button issue, and I am an ally personally, so I do find it off-putting that there may be some anti-ally information coming out, and I'm just watching. I'm just that kind of person that's gonna wait and see and look for some definitive proof and not just speculation. I wanna like see both sides of something, and so far they haven't given me anything definitive that I'm like, yes, I'm gonna boycott this or anything. So because the products are good, I am still here as a review crew, excited about it, and I wanna show you guys all this stuff. So as we get all that information and disclaimers out of the way, let's dive in. Okay, I'm holding the package in a certain way so you can't see any of the shipping information, but look how cute their packaging tape is. That is what they used on all of the outside seams of the box, and it is super cute. I thought that was a great little touch. And here's what the box looks like. Everything came nice and protected. It's got some bubble wrap. The box is a nice sturdy box, and we've got all of the accessories on the top with the planner in the box, and the box matches the actual planner itself. You can see it's the leatherette. So I'm super excited to dive into all of this. I will walk you through everything that I got. Alrighty, we do not have ideal lighting conditions tonight. I'm working with a ring light, and we are just gonna roll with it because this stuff goes live in the morning. When you guys are seeing this, all of these items are live in the store, so I'm super excited to walk through everything with you guys. There are actually 2 new sticker books, which is awesome. They are called Planner Sticker Book and Goal Setting Sticker Book. We will walk through these guys. And then I ordered a couple of things. If you bundle some accessories, it gives you a little bit of a discount. So I ended up with a little notebook and then 1 set of stickers. And yeah, these are the same set of stickers. I think they were supposed to be 2 different sets of stickers. So not sure about that. This one happens to be very thick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with this. So let's take a peek. I meant to get 2 different packs of stickers. And this one is very thick. So I don't know if it's the same pack, but these are the same sheet, clearly. Yeah, it doesn't say like what sticker pack it is on the back of this one, but I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, this pack seems way less than this pack, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are very thin. These are much thicker stickers. So I think that's very strange that they're the same stickers, but 2 different packs, like very thin, flimsy stickers and very thick cardstock-like stickers. But I meant to get like 2 different packs of stickers, so I'm kind of irritated that they're the exact same thing. So I'm gonna have to check my shipping label and see what's up with that, because that is very strange. Anyway, the other item I got was an everyday notebook. Let's go ahead and open this up. I was excited about this one. I'm gonna be trying to do some like basically traveler's journal type things. They've got the little band on it. And I really like this floral. I think it is from last year's collection of stuff. But it's just a little lined notebook. All the inside looks that peachy color like this. It's very cute. It's got a little bit of a texture. It's got some gold foiling on it. Very beautiful and floral. This is it's like coated cardstock thickness. And the front feels a little bit smooth and this side feels a little bit rubbery. And then the lines are great. Looks good. I will use it for some sort of note taking. And yeah, looks really cute. So let's move into the main attraction here. I'm going to be comparing it to the 2022 as we go. It is going to be set up a little bit differently. They did revamp a little bit of this, and I did get the leatherette, which is the neutral color, but all of them have neutral tabs this year, which some people have already said that they are not a huge fan of. I do like the little cover thing on there and the little Cultivate What Matters leaves there. And here it is wrapped up. Got the leatherette colored sticker there with the tissue paper. Let's see, like right off the bat, the logo and branding is in a different spot. So there we go. And I was expecting it to be not the same, like rigid, thick chipboard cover. And it does feel a little bit like leathery and rubbery. It doesn't have much of a feel texture, but you can definitely see the leather-ish texture on there. And it looks good. I have a little bit of marks on it. Yeah, I don't know that that's going to come off. I think there's a little bit of damage on my cover. So I will definitely write them about that. That's just stuff that wipes off. But yeah, my cover is damaged a tiny bit right there, which is just like very weird looking. But other than that, it looks really good. Let's see the back cover. Yeah, it's got some damage right there as well. So not too pleased with that part of it right off the bat. Definitely, as far as sizing goes, it looks way, way thinner than last year, but like comparing the two, it doesn't really look that much thinner. Same size, but it feels thinner. Like, I don't know if the cover is just thicker. Yeah, it looks like the cover is thicker and the pages are thinner. You guys can look at that. Definitely looks a little bit different. The coil is not as thick and robust, which definitely makes me think it is a thinner paper count in this book. You can see the coil. Let's compare the coils. That one seems to be pretty beefy versus this one's quite a bit thinner. As far as the color of the coil, it is a little bit of a shinier gold, but it could also just be that I've had this one for a year and it's just faded a little bit. And then the logo's in a different place. The corners look about the same. These ones do look a little bit more faded and these look a little bit more bright gold. But looking at it, they look very similar sizes. This is a textured coated cover for this one, but I did choose the leatherette because I wanted it to be the leathery looking one. I did go neutral, but the planner contents are supposed to be the same and all of them had these same tabs. Now I do like that they put these in to protect the front and the back. I don't remember it being there last year, but I do like that it covers this, and I can definitely scrapbook with these. So I'm gonna set those aside. And then here are some stickers and a little at a glance calendar. Stickers, my word of the year, so you can put it on there. And then very neutral on the inside, and every book has these tabs, and this is a major change from the previous year where we have these really big colorful tabs. If you had the neutral planner, they were neutral color, they weren't the rainbow, but all the other planners had the rainbow tabs, whereas this year all of the tabs are this. They're all this like sticking out further, smaller tabs and abbreviated names, where these ones have the full name on the tab. And there's like 2 layers of tabs, whereas this one is just one straight layer of tabs. I don't know how I feel about it right off the bat. I did get the neutral planner, so the neutral goes with it, but if I wanted, you know, the bright, colorful planner that looked like this or like this, I would want some bright tabs to go with it instead of these neutral tabs. So I think I would be a little bit disappointed if I had gotten a non-neutral option, but it is what it is. As far as the paper goes, it feels pretty thin. I'm going to compare it to last year's paper. I don't notice that much difference. I think it's probably the same paper or very much similar paper. I think they might have just cut some of the pages out. Maybe the tabs are thinner. Let's see. Yeah, that feels like the same paper. We're just doing some quick comparisons, like right off the, oh yeah, okay, so this is a cardstock thickness coated whole sheet with a little bit more laminated part on the tabs. And this is just a piece of paper with a laminated tab. So yeah, that's way different. I personally don't notice that being a problem. And it did end up putting the tab right on to a page, which is interesting. Yeah, that's a big change from this year. So the tabs all around are completely different. These tabs are just the coated page. You can see I taped that in. Let's see one that's not. But they have quotes on them. They're tabbed. It's a separate big colorful piece. And then you move into the page, which is clearly different. They have revamped the prepare page. But in this book, it goes right open to the calendar, which I do like it opening to the calendar, but I do miss all this color and all this thickness and sturdiness. I don't know that I've ever had a problem with a planner that has like thinner paper onto the tab. I don't tend to like yank on it too much, so I don't notice it being a problem, but maybe it is for some people. So that is something to note. If you're pretty heavy-handed when you're flipping things back and forth, that's something to note. You're gonna have to be more careful with this one because it is just a regular paper sheet that they just happen to put a tab on, and this part is that laminated piece, so it is nice and thick right there, but still not as thick as like a cardstock weight thickness. This one definitely feels beefier. So that's a big change for this year. The tabs are definitely a downgrade. But I don't think it's going to make that much difference. So we'll see. We'll see what people say about it. I just don't see it being that much of a problem. Although, like, aesthetically, if you got the colorful one, I would want colorful tabs. That would be my only gripe. But since I got neutral, it's totally cool with the neutral tabs. I don't mind at all. And then here we go. We've got a pocket. It's very similar to last year. You get a little design on this, which is really pretty. It's just gold foiled lines, which is pretty. It matches all of the neutralness of this. Hello Fresh 2023, which is very similar, except it doesn't have any sort of floral design or flourishes, but it's very similar design. This one also has stuff down at the bottom. We're going to flip through, and the stickers are not in the book this year. You saw the stickers are just separated. And you don't get nearly as much. You can see, you get a big giant sheet, and this you get a very small sheet. We're flipping through, and then we've got, I don't know, very streamlined looking information here, where I feel like you get lots of color on last year's pages. You know, you got the colorful thing on there, big giant colorful quote page, colorful headings. See, colorful headings. I'm not flipping through all my prep, but you got lots of different colorful stuff on the sections. And so far this one's definitely a toned down version of the same thing. You got a page here, but that's weird that the quote is very small. It's not taking that much of the page. And this is actually dot gridded, which I like. So you can use it a little bit nicer. So I think that actually would make sense if the quote's smaller, so you have all this room for dot grid you can work on, brainstorm your year ahead. I like that they added dot grid to some of this, you know, open space. Just adding a little pops of color. Love the dot grid sections. Learn from the past. This page is different. It has a lot less color. And this is Cultivate Life Evaluation. Evaluate where you are now. So this has just like the teeniest bit of color, whereas last year's you get like big lines of color. I added the little flowers to it, but the big lines of color and the titles. So the sections are different. So we've got quite a bit of difference. We do still have health and wellness. Instead of friends, we have community. So that's a different thing. Then we also have family, and then this one says focal relationships. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we still have 8 categories. So they're changing some things around because there is not a focal relationship section. And then there is family. We got family. And then there was a finances, still finances, the periwinkle-ish color. And then spiritual and personal growth is still here. Work and learning is still here. And then recreation. They changed it to fun and recreation. And then they got rid of focal relationship and they put home and spaces, which is very similar to Moxie Life. These two sections are Moxie Life sections. They also have a work and learning. We're going to just pull out the Moxie Life actually, because these are very, very much like the Moxie Life. Here, let's grab one that's not been filled out yet. Here we go. So Moxie Life has personal, fun and recreation, right, written exactly the same. Fun and recreation, work and learning written the exact same. This one's called family and relationship. This one has family and community as two different things. Health and wellness written the exact same. Health and wellness. Spiritual and personal growth, exactly like Moxie Life as well. Financial versus finances, and then physical environment versus home and spaces. So yeah, they took a page from Moxie Life, I feel like, for this, and a lot of it seems Moxie Lifeified. So that's interesting that they changed a little bit of it around. The same sections for last year apply though. This was a last year's section. Work and Learning was a last year's section. So they just changed around the coloring, and a couple of the sections are a little bit different this year and look much more Moxie Life-ish. So I don't know how I feel about that. I do like the community section. It can be, you know, friendships, it can be your church, it can be your friend groups, you know, PTA, school stuff. Potentially lots of things could fit into that section. We have Cultivate Your Mindset. We've got good things, people I'm grateful for, challenges, what I learned on this one. Rewrite your self-talk, negative self-talk, positive self-talk. I'm flipping through the other one. This one has a lot of my own personal stuff on it, so I'm not going to show all the pages. Name what matters. What will have mattered, what won't have mattered. And then again, the sections have changed here. There's a very similar page. Let's see. Very similar page here. Big picture vision and living it out this year. Same sections, just done a little bit different. This one has some grayscale across it and bigger colorful sections, where this has just a little bar of color and then no real grayed out sections across the tops. All right. I have decided to pull out my other power sheets for this one, guys. We need the big guns for this. All right, we're gonna flip page by page because these are so different. So I ended up with a second power sheets because they gave me a cover that's wonky. You can see like this cover is super wonky. You see, it like hangs off and this side's like punched right and then this side's punched crooked. So they sent me a whole new one. I have an extra one here that hasn't been written in, and I am going to start at the beginning and flip through because they are vastly different. Like everything's really different on here. So I will show you guys this one as well. So we're going to flip through page by page because it's quite different. So this one you have the stickers first, the 10-year power sheets information, the Cultivate, talking about it being a verb, same thing. The pages are quite a bit different looking. They really muted it, toned it down as far as the colorful, floral, that aspect of it. We flip it, we talked about the dot grid versus the big giant quote. So brainstorm your year ahead. This one says 2022 goal ideas. And then we're comparison. It says break free from distractions. This one has a little bit different, but it says the same thing. Where does comparison sneak into your life? Up here, this little section. And then this one has, where does comparison sneak into your life, right here. So it's a little bit different. Also, this About Me page is a little bit different. This one says, what's holding you back? Come alive again. Lots of more like check boxes in this one, I feel like. Name what fires you up. Learn from the past. We got what makes you come alive in this one. What fires me up. So it looks like we lost a couple of pages in here. We didn't get this whole About Me checklist page, it looks like. It ended up being a little bit different in the new one. And again, I like the dot grid sections I already had spoken about. And then here we've got what fires me up. We got to that one. We've got a different page here. And then here is what the difference looks like. Here's the new one with the new categories. They tweaked a couple of categories. This one, they have the icons, they have the big bar of color on here, and it takes up the full giant page. Whereas this one, they have it scrunched up on this page and gives you more information here. It just seems smaller and condensed down. They give you more information. And we're moving here, Cultivate Your Mindset. Yeah, this one has different stuff. Good things, people I'm grateful for, challenges, what I learned. This one has a lot of positive, negative self-talk sections. And name what matters, what will have mattered, what won't matter. And then this one has a lot of stuff on here. Who I really am, I'm moving past fear. And then the big page, there's still more here, talking about your legacy. And this is the same section that was in here. What will have mattered, what won't have mattered. So they did cut out, it seems like, a lot of the fluff in the power sheets. And there's the difference of the page. So there's the new one. There's the old one. Looks a little bit different, but still the same basic concept. You get to outline the information. And then this one again, you get the dot grid and smaller quote. And this one is a full color page with some florals as well. It says, my cultivated year, what I'm saying yes to, what I'm saying no to. It's the same thing, but they changed the top, added a little bit more information and boxes of color, whereas this is just a very small little black and white section. And then also this one has a tip at the bottom. This one just has more information at the top. And then we've got choose your focus in the new one. This one gave you another quote page, and then imagine it, your intentional year. And I thought this was very much like a Mad Lib, and this was one of my least favorite pages of the whole thing. It's like you're flipping back to different pages to try to grab like the key elements out of the pages, and I did not like this page at all. And then here you go, dig in. It gives you more things to talk about and think about, and it gives you some dot grid space. And then again, another quote page, very small with dot grid here. Then make a rough draft. And then this is one thing I'm very disappointed in, the new one, which I'll show you, we're getting there. And then this talks more about your goals, like breaking the goals down to different sections. It talks about habits, finish lines, and big dreams, which Moxie Life has a very similar way of writing out goals too. And this just jumps right into this yearly spread thing. Yeah, this one talks a lot about stuff. Here's your rough draft for the year like the other one had. So this one has much more prep in it, it seems like. Whereas the 2023 is not quite as full of prep. So here we go, we've got yearly goals, a vision board, and these are all in different orders because that page is coming up here soon. So we've got, let's take the pressure off. Every goal grows little by little, turning challenges into opportunities. And then you have goal action plans for each of your goals. And they give you room for 8 goals, and then you get 8 of these 2-page spreads to map out your goals. Break your goal down. More of these same pages, you get 8 of these. And then you get to your yearly overview, which is different. This goes to yearly overview before it talks about individual goals. It's just outlined different, but look how big these boxes are. And I loved this page. This was one of my favorite pages in the Powersheets. So this is my actual Powersheets I used this year. I didn't use much of it because I didn't do all the prep pages. So I actually did use this one. I used the dots to color code my yearly goals, and I had lots of room to write. So I really liked that page. I referred back to that page all year. And look, these are way smaller. It takes up half the space. It used to be both pages. Now you have it like this in one page, which I don't like nearly as much. And then you talk about your goal action plan. So in this one, let's see, let's go back a minute. Did it have the year goal pages yet? No. So we're still like goal prepping, mapping things out, drafting things out. You get the yearly overview page, and then your goal action. You get 8 of these, I think. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get 8 of those. We're mapping things out. And then your yearly goals are after that, which I think is kind of strange. Like you're fully on mapping them out first before you write them out. And I feel like it's reverse of what I would expect it to be. And last year it was set up to where you get your goal page right before all these goal action pages. Yeah, so it's quite a bit forward. So here you get the goals, vision board, information about goals, and then you get those 8 action plan pages. So I think it's a little bit weird that that page is after, but I mean, you could still work on it the same way, write these ones out and then flip back to your goal pages and write them out. But I would totally have swapped those and been like last year. And then here we've got customize these pages. So you can use these for the wildcard pages. You can just tape those in. Some of those you can print out, and then you can also buy wildcard packs if you want those. Then you move straight into your monthly pages, and these sections are what you're going to really concentrate on every month. So these got a little bit of a refresh, which I actually think they work a little bit smoother than the previous one, and it seems like it fits better. This one has 6 sections instead of 4, which I like. They're the same 4 sections, and then they have I'm saying no to and I'm saying yes to, and I think it works really well on this prepare page. In the previous year, they had this what I'm saying no to and what I'm saying yes to on the bottom of the last page, which is your month reflection page or your month in review page. At the very end of the month, you go over that page at the end of the month. I think it makes way more sense putting it in the front. So I think this was a really good change. It definitely looks a little bit different. You're missing the header bar across the top, and then they swapped these two. Like the month is over here versus the prepare well. They flipped them. You got a tip on this one, and here you don't have the tip. And then moving to the next page, you get your monthly calendar, which looks the same. Sunday start monthly calendar, nice big boxes, a lot of notes page down the side, and it looks nice. Lots of room to write on that. And then you move into your brainstorm page, and I think this is one of the best changes from the new look. I think this was kind of wonky. The boxes are unevenly spaced. There are different orientations, and I never really liked this whole check boxy section at all. This one is nice and streamlined. It makes it more even. It makes it more appealing to your eye. You get the same 3 sections, monthly ideas, weekly ideas, daily ideas, same monthly, weekly, daily, but it just looks and flows a whole lot better. So I think that was one of the best changes of the entire book, is just making the boxes more even and mapped out a little bit nicer. And then here you have the tending list. The tending list is the exact same as last year. You get place for monthly action, you get place for weekly actions, and then daily actions. And they have all the numbers numbered out, and it's easy to check box things. And these are perforated, so you can rip these out, put them in with whatever planner you're using on a day-to-day basis, because this is just a monthly type of goal setting thing. You don't need the whole book every day, but it's nice to have this page with you if you're planning on the go, or if you want to just rip it out and set it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. I've heard of people taping these to mirrors, setting them on their desk in some place that's visible that they will see it every day so they can check it off. That was one of the things I had the most trouble with trying to stick with Powersheets last year, is I would forget about checking these off because I would keep mine in here, or I put it on a weird page in my planner that I never flipped to. So next year I'm going to rip these out and really try to put it somewhere visible, like up on my desk, so when I'm in here I can remember to check off things. I like that they kept it very much the same. I think that's one of the best Powersheets things. And then here you get the month in review page, which has been tweaked a little bit. You can see it's got all the same categories as here, but these ones have different size boxes, and these have like the most subtle boxes that are barely visible. Like you can see them, but they're like, it kind of plays with your eyes. You're like, is there really a box there or not? It's so subtle, where these ones are very much a box. They match the tab. The boxes are all nice and even, which I like as well. And then they, again, move that yes and no section in the front, which I think makes a lot more sense than reviewing later on, seeing those. And then in this one, you get the big giant tab, whereas in this book, you don't. You go right into your next month, which I think is good. They streamlined it a little bit, cut out some of the fluff, cut out some of the bulk, and I find that it might feel a little bit lighter. Oh yeah, it feels way lighter. This one definitely feels pretty heavy and beefy, and this one feels nice and lightweight, so I would be interested to see what other people say about that, because it definitely feels much lighter. The whole aesthetic of this one is a lot more clean and sleek and simple, and it's going to be one of those things that people either love or hate, and I happen to think it's great. I like the color too, but I like the clean and simpleness of it as well. So moving in, we get a quarterly refresh at the end of every 3 months, and there's what it looks like. Whereas in last year they were under the next tab. It wasn't at the end of March, it was at the beginning of April. And again, they cut it back, made it a lot more streamlined and simple as far as color scheme and everything. And this one you get the quarterly refresh, so you can rank your score against your previous score for each section. You get places to write out some things for the next quarter. You can write out your goals, and again, color code them. They have the place to put the little sticker on them. And then you get a lot of this plan for the season ahead. You get a place for goal, action ideas, dot grid section, just a quote page, and the quote's small, so you have that dot grid again, and then you move into your next month. So you get one of those quarterly refreshes at the end of March, at the end of June, and then at the end of September. There's the one for the end of September, and then we're gonna go all the way to the end in December here. You got your attending list, and it says core truth, endings can be new beginnings, which I like, and this is also dot gridded here. And then it has your 2023 year in review on here. So it gives you a space for each month you can talk about, and then it gives you places to fill in. So favorite memory, best thing I read or listened to, best new habit, person I'm most grateful for, the most the most memorable adventure, song on repeat, milestone celebrated, best meal or recipe, biggest change, most surprising goal progress, most beautiful sight I saw, and best fill in your own blank. And then it gives you a congratulations page, and you're right to the back cover, which is the same gold foiled lines. Let's see about the ending of this Powersheets one. We'll go into the December. I feel like there wasn't a whole lot at the end of this Powersheets either. Like, they really want you to do your prep in the beginning. Let's see. So you get a month in review, which is the normal thing. Your same thing, year in review, and then your congratulations page, and that's it. So yeah, very similar. You get most of your prep and stuff in the beginning of the year, so they would assume you would get another one of these, and then you would do a lot of reflecting, you know, in the beginning pages of this book. It gives you quite a bit of space for reflecting. All in all, I think it's good. I really don't feel like it's all that much different. It definitely cut out a few pages, but it could have been, they condensed things a little bit better and made it a little bit more streamlined. So I think I will be happy with it. As we get closer to the end of the year, I will go through that prep and start mapping out my goals. And it felt very similar. They rearranged a couple of the pages, which I thought was a little bit strange that the actual like page with 8 goals on it is after all of these pages. I feel like you should map out your goal, then write out the step-by-step information. At least that's how I did it last year, because that's how the pages were lined up. But I feel like this is a little bit backwards, so I'll probably use this page first and then go back and add more details to each of the goals that I have. My one thing that I'm like mainly griping on, I really don't care about the tabs. I think the tabs will be fine. And I did get a neutral planner, so the neutral tabs totally work for me. My main gripe is this page was cut in half. Instead of being, you know, this giant 2-page thing where you have lots of room to write, I'm left with these tiny little piddly boxes that are half the size, and you can see that will work for August and December, maybe May, but mostly like it's gonna be half of the space that I would have used for things. So yeah, I'm not sure I like that page, but other than that, everything else that they've done and changed it doesn't bother me at all. Maybe when I'm walking through the prep, I'll have more things to say about it, but overall it still looks great. I think the quality is still there, aside from the tabs being a little bit thinner, but I personally like the calendar being on the actual tab. So I think that's kind of a compromise. Like, you don't get your thicker, glossy, colorful page if you want your calendar on the tab. So I would make that sacrifice, and I think that's a fine sacrifice to make. I think people are gonna not be happy that they get neutral tabs in their colorful planner. They did tone down the color significantly. They don't have all the flowers on things. They have smaller, like smaller sections. Where are we? Where are we? Let's find some. You do get a little bit of flowers actually, but you get much less color and like the same kind of colors. You get these beigey colors, the cantaloupe type of color, a couple of these periwinkle-ish type boxes, but you don't get a whole lot of color anywhere. This is what I'm talking about. You don't get like a full band of color here or a full band of color down the little section. You just get one blip of color. So if you are a neutral, want it to be almost all black and white, this is totally going to be some people's jam. I wish it had a little bit more pop of color, but I will survive. You can also get the stickers, so you can make it a lot more colorful. You have lots of white space to add stickers to and things. And I definitely think they made it look more streamlined and less cutesy. That's how I feel about it. It's way less cutesy. They got rid of lots of the floral-y stuff, and I think it's gonna resonate with a lot of people. I don't think everybody likes the florals. I personally do like the florals, but I think this might work for a lot more people because it is more streamlined and simplified. And yeah, I'm not mad about it, guys. I think it's really pretty, and I really like my cover, although I will write to them because for the second year in a row, I have a messed up cover. It's like, if I'm supposed to use this for a whole year, I don't want it looking like something smudged and etched my cover. I don't know if you guys can even see that on the camera. Like, look, that's like all texture mess up. I did end up like being able to peel one big section off of it, but you can see that. Like, that's definitely defective. And even my back cover, it's got these like deep cuts and sticking out pieces. It was messed up, and that shouldn't have passed quality control like that. That would be like in other planner companies, that would be a seconds or factory seconds or something, where it's like, this one didn't pass the smell test because it's dinged up and dinged up here. So that would be a defective one that you'd get a discount on. So yeah, Like for a planner that is 60 something bucks, I would not like that. And I mean, for real, it doesn't affect all that much, but as much as I paid for it, that should have been quality controlled. And that just slipped through. And I could see that. If they're not like touching it, you probably wouldn't notice this one, but that's obvious and it sticks up. And yeah, for as much as we pay for these, they should be pristine. And I feel like with both of my covers tweaked, I'm totally gonna take pictures and send it to them because I find that unacceptable, but that's just me. I ended up with one really good cover last year and one wonky cover, and I guess I'm gonna get the same this year, like one wonky cover. Hopefully I'll get a good cover. Anyway, that is just unfortunate about my cover, but the rest of it I really like. Let's go ahead and walk through the new sticker books. We've got 2 this year, which is cool. Goal setting sticker book and planner sticker book, and I don't know that they had any pictures when I was looking on it. I am an affiliate, I am part of the review crew, so I didn't get to see pictures of the insides of these ahead of time. I don't know if they will be on the website for you guys to see, but I want to flip through both of them because I thought it was interesting there were 2, and I like that they used the actual planner background. So if you get one of these covers, it will match your cover, which is cute. So both of them do have the little gold elastic on it so you can hold your book together. We're just gonna flip through what we've got here. Goal setting sticker book, and it's done like a little notepad. You can see it's sealed up there. You've got some page flags, monthly reflections, tending list prep work, some of their little sprout icons. I made progress. Oh, and see, it's gonna rip out. That's the way some of these go. I made progress. Hooray, I did it. Down at the bottom. Gold ones, color coding ones, and I use these when I'm doing those gold pages and those quarterly refresh pages. I use the flags in a color code, so I like that they give you lots of those. The circle dot ones, which I showed you guys I use on that monthly spread where I'm like mapping out my whole year. I use those dots on those, which is good because they give you a lot of those dots. You also get little heart ones, which are super cute. You get lots of these gold ones. They say my priority a different direction. This is important, this is important. So you can point to whichever direction you want it and then prioritize it. I love this, do this, today's win, gratitude for this, grateful for this, grateful for this. And again, you get the arrows pointing both ways, so you can use either one. And then you get some celebrate progress. You can get some little confetti things, a couple of little icons. Yay, hooray, I did it, yahoo, yay. Lots of little stars and gold medals and things. Some sentiments, and some of these are very much from last year, so they might just be the same ones. Plant good seeds, lots of different quotes. If you want to look at these, you can pause the video on any of these pages. You get some of the florals, which I love. You get some faux washi strips, which is cute. A couple of the little patterns. This is like last year's pattern here. Super cute. And that's the back. All right, so let's look at the planner sticker book. It's gonna be a little different than the goal setting one. Ooh, we got some flowers again. I love the flowers. Oh, okay, so this one gives you decoration ones. Lots of vacation and summer vibes there. You also got fall and winter. Look at the little pumpkin. Super cute, and the little coffee. I have been trying to do more coffee dates with Stella because Olivia's in school and Stella is still home with me. So I've been taking her to the coffee shop. These will be perfect for coffee date ones. And we've got some holiday themed stickers. These are super cute. I really like this. Lots of birthday themed things. Also high five, send a card. The same goal type of icons, but it seems more condensed. And then these say birthday, call a friend, 10 goals. Cleaning day, bill due, fridge refresh, which I like, money date. That's also a good one. Take a walk, meal plan, rest. I wish they would honestly have like full pages of these that you could buy in addition to this, because we like to take lots of walks. I meal plan every week. That's not a year's worth of meal planning things. These all say rest, so I do rest days. That would be also a good thing to have a full year of. And yeah, money date, if you have a weekly money date, that's not gonna cut it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can have one a month for those, one fridge refresh a month. Every other week you can have a bill due and a cleaning day one, which would be good. But like take a walk. I'm gonna take more walks than just one every 2 weeks. Oh, also you get some exercise one, which is great. I do Peloton, so I love the little cycle icons there. They say stretch down here. And then some more flags. Very cute. I like this one a lot. We've got grateful for this, my priority, this matters, remember, celebrate this. And again, you get arrows pointing either way, so you can use them however you want. Letters, which I don't find helpful. I'm not gonna use those much. And then numbers might be a little more helpful. Some quotes, and the end. So yeah, super cute. You get lots of holiday things. Also, oh look, I didn't even see. I don't know if I missed, oh I did, I missed that first page. It must have been stuck to this one. Totally missed this one. So more coffee, movie night, play date, coffee date. These phones say, put the phone down. Oh, that's cute. So you can do like wind down or phone free days, family time, enjoy the outdoors, suns, cameras, super duper cute. Yeah, I really, really like this one. And like I said, I do coffee dates with my little girl, so those will definitely come in handy. We also do lots of play dates, so that'll come in handy as well. So yeah, I think they're really good. Of course, this one's very goal setting, but I was surprised how many fun stickers this one has. So I would totally recommend both. I think they're super cute. They have different functions, of course, but yeah, if you want to do some planner sticker decorating, these would be good choices. Yeah, I'm impressed. They're pretty thick too. Has a lot of stickers. Final thoughts here. I think any of these products, totally worth it. I'm not a super fan of the stickers. I don't know what happened. These are last year's sticker packs, so I'm not really sure what happened. First of all, why there are two different sets of stickers, where one is like very thin and flimsy and one is thick and cardstock stickery, but they're the same exact stickers. So I don't know how I wound up with two of the same stickers, but different kinds of materials. So I don't know what the deal is with that. If I figure it out, I will put it down below for you guys. But otherwise, like the new stuff, really awesome. I think that they did make some changes in the Powersheets, but I don't think any of them matter significantly except that one yearly page, which I'm still griping over. That's my final thought, is everything is great. All the changes seem great. I do love the leatherette cover. I'm just disappointed that mine is a little bit defective. So I will talk to them about that. But otherwise, I'm super happy with it. I think both sticker books are awesome. So if you're interested in anything you guys see today, I will have links in the description box down below. The planners are live, the sticker books are live, so you guys can check those out as of this video going up. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and full disclosure, I am an affiliate, so if you do use my links, I would really appreciate it. It helps me grow this channel and purchase new things to share with you guys and keeps this channel flowing. So I really appreciate when you guys use any of my links, because it does support this channel. It doesn't change anything on your end, but it really helps me out. And I think that's it. So give me a like, subscribe. I will be doing the prep work in this. I will be reviewing this way more in depth for you guys coming up soon. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. And happy planning. Bye.